When you say MZ more Ali exclusive.
I'm a mermaid. I'm not allowed to play again. For you, I can't lie to you. You know why? Because I won't spend the rest of my life with you. Come come in here, I take it pay. You will take it too. You know why? Because my when you look good. See your fancy there. I call up me say my yeah. Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and caring.
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
For the love.
Oh, yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me a chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you. Oh, yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me a chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you.
The day you agree to marry me, now that day your story change. Because I will show you love. I will give you care. I will give you kabaki. Give you get a chicken head. No flowers, there we can't run. I will make you real you. Now not back at you. When you go in by your home, when they see you, respect. That the only thing they will give you. The only thing you will like. That the one what you not ask me for. You won't feel your head at night. You won't play your bills. What you won't do? You won't go up to chill. You won't go to places. Don't worry. You already get a mental sorry. Smile now. Can't walk me now. You won't kiss me anywhere. Go ahead and kiss me now.
They know that I want you. I can make it without you. Don't let me that can't do the things you not do for me. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the good. Oh. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the good. Oh. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must have to I am ready. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must have to I am ready.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and caring.
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code Costa to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening. It's another wonderful, great, and blessed day to be here. Today is August 8th, and we are good. It's raining heavily in Central Moravia, but it's good to be here this morning. The 8th day of August, AD 2023. And today is my birthday. Yeah. It's a great day, and I'm happy to see this day. The Almighty Allah grant me another opportunity to see this day. There is nothing much I can ask Him for, but just to appreciate Him for seeing this blessed birthday. And this birthday, I am not celebrating it alone. I have a long list of people that I need to recognize on this day. Big brother Marco Bobby Boo is celebrating along with me today. Today is his birthday as well. Um, let me see the other person. I have George. You need to make the list so I can call the people that knew, because I'm trying to get everybody name. But the people Marco Bobby Boo is celebrating today. Sia, my sister Sia Candyman Musa, yeah, we the in the USA also celebrating. Sia, I wish you a happy birthday. She can say, Ahogopa. Magoma, happy birthday to you, my sister Sia. Wherever you are, however you're celebrating, let me say happy birthday. And also Beatrice Dan Betty, yeah, Beatrice, let me say happy birthday to you also. All of you guys are follower of the Costa Show. Like I said, it's a long list. I'm not just celebrating Joel Zokia, my brother Joel Zokia. You celebrating your birthday also on today. Let me wish you a happy birthday. George just giving me the people name. So I just wishing everybody that's celebrating their birthday today. I'm wishing you happy birthday. Darlington, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Boyga, and good morning to our listeners and all of the birthday celebrants on today, including yourself. I want to say happy birthday and long life and prosperity. And may God continue to shine his blessings upon you, all of you who are celebrating today.
Thank you so much, my brother. All those celebrating, like you said, we want to wish you guys a happy birthday. Also, me and Darlington celebrated his on yesterday. My man, give me, my man, the information. Give me a gist about how was the celebration, my man.
My
He
man,
took a day off. He took a
yes,
day off. So it should
yes.
be something that
You
happened
know,
yesterday.
honestly, this is no flattering, but every year when it's my birthday, I have to take a day off because the calls and the messages can just be overwhelming that I need to respond to. And you don't want nobody to post you and you don't respond to them, or you don't, return their call. It could just be overwhelming. So I actually had to take a day off yesterday, supposed to go to a restaurant, but late in the evening, it started to rain on this side, terribly bad, that prevented me from going. So I went to a local hibachi place, and just it's nothing major, just to have some food to eat, for the night. That's all. But yes, my man, responding to calls and messages, it was just so overwhelming. So this year is not a big celebration. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I can barely check in my lifetime how many birthdays of mine I've celebrated.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I mean, it is une to a poor man that will see the rich man throwing party for his son and say, "Look at the people, they're just spoiling money. They're just spoiling money." So I had an encounter, in high school, Boyka, and every time I was in Simeris at the time, and when they're having normally when people birthday reaches, parents would take their popcorn and kueh on campus to celebrate their kid's birthday, Boyka. So one of my classmates at the time, Nicholas, I still remember any. So man turned to me and said, "But my man, talent when we celebrate on birthday too now. When your mouth bring popcorn and kueh." So, again, poor boy from Newtown. So I turned to Nick. I say, "Well, Nick, now that my man can bring popcorn and kueh, but school can be closed. In Liberia in August, school can be closed at that time. So you can have, your birthday while what school session is ongoing." So that probably saved me, for a long while in my lifetime. That on my campus, people never need, come with popcorn and kueh. Then my mentor, even when school open, like it just transfer the birthday. I said, "Nick, that will be low because school open." So yes, but it's good. The messages were just overwhelming. Reading from family members and friends. Bueka, happy birthday, man. I know when your birthday reaches, you just feel like the new baby like I was yesterday, my man.
My
The message,
man, the messages, but it's not easy, my man. So my mom say, "Oh, you ain't taking a day off today?" I say, "Me, I'm not just used to Darlington. I'm not just used to weekdays that are not
Right.
except something happen, but it's oh, it's weekdays, and then I just stay home without reaching to the office because of certain
Right.
reasons. Not just used to me. So I told her, I said, no, let me just go and do my show. I will come back home. Once and I come and do the show, my entire day today will not be okay. So let me just go.
In fact, the audience will want to listen to you this morning, my man.
Yeah. So I just need to come and say thanks to everybody. It's been since last evening, Darlington, the message has been putting in the Facebook post. Now I'll go. I need to go later and start responding one by one because I want to leave everybody over.
It will take you at least 4 or 5 hours.
But Darlington, my man, I'm been going through anything, so you have to really kick it from your end because I've been responding.
So I know. Yes. So this morning, I mean, Bweka is the man of the moment celebrating. This morning, we're going to look into the arrival of the standard bearer of the Unity Party. And on this show, we bring you the information fresh, balanced, and credible as they are. But it is important to know that Joseph Bweka's entry into Monrovia was very triumphant. That the Liberian people came outside in their numbers to welcome the men they believe who they want to hand the country over to in 2023. Bweka, that crowd was very overwhelming. What I saw reminded me about a young George Weah who have left the soccer field with his dusty boots and have gathered a lot of, fans from the soccer pitch. But I started to think, how can an old man like Joe Bweka, who never played sports, manage to reach across the hearts and minds of vast majority of our people? And people will, say, whether he old, he not old, that the man will carry. So that is very concerning to me. As a student of history, I tend to reflect. A young boy who came to power on the backs of the masses, the people rally and will show support for him. In 2005, and Bweka, that's how George Weah used to make the Rabat International Airport busy.
Sure.
So to see old man Joe making that same airport busy, it is concerning. We want to give him his props. We think it is good. It is good sign for the opposition. And I was making an analysis yesterday with Madame. I said, well, what I see here, in as much as we sometimes come on the show and criticize the Liberian people for being meek, for sitting down idly and watching political leaders rig elections for them, I said, but one thing in history, you cannot underestimate the power of the people. The people, if they are determined and collective, and one stupid fool attempts to rig an election, I say, if care is not taken, the people can overrun you and ransack you from power. I will not be surprised. The Liberian people have never saw any confrontation prior to 1980. So they have rested for so long. They have endured a lot of bad governance. So again, even though our people can leave plenty things to God, but Bweka, you cannot tell if George Weah attempt to steal these upcoming elections, if he lost this election flat on his belly, and the opposition have their results. As a student of African political history, I fear that Mr. Weah will have a bed to sleep in because the masses will gather in their numbers and overrun him from the executive mansion. We are not calling for a popular overthrow of the Weah administration, but we are warning if the Liberian people exercise their democratic franchise through their ballots, and if Mr. Weah believes that he can wrestle the people political will by stealing their votes, I fear for my crew poison. I fear to him. Because you see, I was talking to another big brother yesterday. He just walked me down history. In fact, that was actually my uncle. He said, son, he said, Koji and we are the Pipipa. I said, what do you mean? He said, the Liberian people have stood up to tough ruffians in the history of our country. He said, the likes of Tele, the likes of Master Sergeant Doe, with all of the military might and support they are. When it was time for the people to come crushing on them, the people requested their next for dinner party. So, to be fair to this conversation, what we saw yesterday at Rabat International Airport is very much concerning. And this election will be full of surprises. Bouaka Kamara?
Yeah.
In as much as I don't support Joseph Bouaka in the Unity Party, now it's very concerning the way in which I see that old man is rallying the people. The people too, sometimes when they are exhausted with bad leadership, they don't have the luxury of time to analyze and decide. They just want to identify who they think will be their leader, and they will rather their support behind that person to march onto political power. So, Bouaka, I took up time to reflect and observe. And what I saw yesterday, the people coming out for Joe Bouaka, Mr. Weah must be one. And the only thing we can say to the opposition is that if it is the express will of the Liberian people that they decide to vote for Mr. Joe Bouaka, please protect your votes so that when you are confronting these people, you confront them with facts. Because Bouaka, every political party now can tend to pull up a crowd for a show or a facade. But what matters is your supporters showing up on election day and actually voting for you.
Yeah.
Because, to be honest, a lot of those people, some of them have voting card. Maybe a very few of them don't have voting card. So the Unity Party or the opposition must encourage their people to reawaken from their base and come out on election day and vote. And that is why the strategy of the regime is that they will make the Liberian state hostile and scare people who want to vote them out so that they don't show up on election day. Because from the look of things, Bouaka, if it is 1+1, the opposition looks like they are winning this election bigly.
Sure.
But it looked like it is 1+100. And that is dubious and fraudulent activities. So I just thought to flag that out. I think the Liberian people show deep sense of commitment, yesterday when they show up to welcome Joe Bouaka back into the country. I just thought to flag that out and to say, well, the regime, if they were sleeping, I think they need to awaken.
Yeah, so Darlington, let's look at the fear and intimidation being from the beginning of the campaign. Toting of casket. We saw around the 24th Street, was it 24th Street, wherein the folks from the Unity Party on the other lane of the quota, the other folks from the CDC on the other lane of the quota. But what occurred there, I think folks from the Unity Party played a maturity role there. I can tell you this because Darlington, if it was the Unity Party that was toting casket of President George Manuel Weah and passing alongside the seditions, it was not going to be easy there that particular day. I'm saying that for a fact. I know that they are ruthless and they will never accept any bad thing about their president, George Weah. They will never accept criticism. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Bouaka. Sorry, go ahead.
They will never accept any negative criticism about George Weah. But the Unity Party folks played a mature role. They saw them toting casket and passed by them. They behave like to say nothing happening, that they're not even counting them. Even though there was one or two there, but what they displayed that day, if we're going to be the seditions, it's going to be a bloodbath that day. I know what I'm talking, Darlington. I know this for a fact. And like you saying, the only thing, the opposition, I'm not specific, I'm not saying only Unity Party. The only thing the opposition need to do is protect your vote. We're saying this over and over. I may be small, Darlington may be small, we may come and sit down behind the microphone. We know what can happen behind the scene. On election day or before election day, the thing that can happen, it can be too much. All we can say, have trusted people that you know that you can believe in to represent you when you are not there.
Yep.
They are the one that you should make your pool washer. Not people that can be easily influenced financially or whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't entrust them there. Please, my people. This is the time that we can sit and caution you to say, oh, if you want Mr. We are out, if you are CPP supporter, if you want we are out LPP supporter or whosoever, all we can say, protect your vote. If you come out with your number and you think that you have already voted for your candidate and you know that that person will win, but you go and sit down and not protect your vote, forget it, my brother, my sister. We are his gang. They think they want they want to leave power for people, and they will not leave power easily.
Well, if they don't want to leave power and the people want them to leave power, it will be a nice power play show to watch. It will be a nice power play show to watch. But what can you see? The CDC have successfully catapulted the Unity Party into that state of gentleman politics. And the Unity Party people too must understand the forces they are dealing with here, they are confronting. To lead a struggle, you must understand the forces on the other side. Everybody will want to see a violent, free election and debating on the issues. Whether you support, like me, support Gonglo, whether you support We Are, whether you support Mr. Joseph Boyka, it should be about the issues. But the CDC people have never been about the issues. Their trend of politics is to wrestle the Liberian state to get power. So, like you said, the Unity Party people were across from Muma House, sharing hand tights, and the CDC people were on the other side, toting casket. If the coin could have flipped the other way around, it could have been chaotic. But Boyka, let nobody peddle the argument that they are more ruthless than the other. That one person is more violent than the other. Both of those young people, in La brother can say they are water and cherry. They have seen humiliation. They have seen violence firsthand. All that's required is for somebody to call them into action to give them the same taste of your medicine.
Sure.
Because these people are not serious about keeping the peace and the security of our country. Boyka, look at what happened at Farmington. You bring political parties to sign an agreement for a violent, free election. And just a few minutes ago, the president and leader of the country go and start attacking somebody in the opposition and start accusing or stealing his car. The guys are not serious. I see now the New Republic newspaper is reporting that the CDC campaign have condemned the toting of casket.
Yeah.
It is funny. They know what they are doing. They enjoy that. If the CDC campaign is serious about the toting of casket, they need to investigate and take action on those people who orchestrated the toting of casket in the country. But they will not do so. They know that they are in abnormal political times. They will rally their forces. They will engage their young people. Why some of the young people of the Unity Party, my own friends, will keep going to Amin Muda restaurant to be eating pizza. In their fine long sleeve shirt, in their fine cloth trouser pants, as these CDC boys will be wrestling their way for power. But Boyka, I want to say this, that what we saw yesterday with the entrance of Joe Boyka, the people who went to welcome him, it showed a determined people. It showed a determined people. I hope if the Liberian people sincerely want George Weah out, they show up on election day and they make a decision in the betterment of their country. Because you see, in as much as we all say we love our country, the decision Liberian people made in 2023, we have an upright bearing on the fate of their country in years to come. Regardless of whatever side you want or whatever side you support, it is your children's future that will be at stake. It is all of us country. Some of us want to come back to a country not in tatters. We want to come back to a country with a more viable opportunities for all young people. Healthcare facilities. Because no matter where you live, somebody in the diaspora can say, you know, I don't really care about who the people elect as their leader or so forth. But Boyka, we could come home. If we get sick and we need emergency response, they will carry out to those same clinics and hospitals that have honor privileged and honor deprived. We attend to those same clinics. You will not jump on the plane right away to stabilize and come to America for checkup. So we want our country to do well, to do better, Bueka. That no citizen, regardless of wherever you live, you're not better than the people in America are not better. You know, it is not that they serve, they are children of different gods, and the people in Liberia are children of a lesser god. People go to hospital in Liberia, Bueka, no beds for our people, no electricity. The government cannot even cater to basic social services. Teachers cannot be paid on time. Fathers cannot even ask their teenage daughters why they are coming home late because the mother will yell at you because that girl now is the breadwinner of the family.
Check your messenger. So, Sedition saying condemning. I saw even a post from Edwin Mervyn Snow condemning the act of toting of casket.
I see you, Bueka. You send it to me.
Yeah.
Mama, you're at least snow, ba. You're at least snow.
So, yeah. So they, according to them, they distanced themselves. Even Ecowas put up a statement on yesterday. Ecowas put up a statement, but the statement. Let me go to what they say in their statement on yesterday. Let me see. Sorry, I'm trying to get there. Okay, this is here. It said the regional bloc Ecowas condemned parading of casket brings images of leading opposition figure Joe Boakai but CDC supporters. The Ecowas office in Liberia has expressed deep concern and condemned the acts of displays by some members of the CDC at the opening of campaign by parading with casket bearing the photo of presidential candidate Joseph Boakai. The release issued by Ecowas on Monday urged political parties and stakeholders, including all Liberians, to exercise restraint and engage a campaign culture that promote tolerance and peaceful coexistence of political ideas for the development of Liberia. The release, among other team maintained that ECOWAS is committed to working with all parties to ensure that Liberia's electoral process showcase a growing democratic maturity. So that's the statement from ECOWAS, and front out what seditions did. But they did issuing a statement is one thing, but reaching out to the doers, the hierarchies in the CDC, making them know that what you guys did. Let's not exclude the Darlington. Let's not exclude the leg of Koji. Because when the guys took the casket from up Broad Street, the Ducal Palace Hotel, they went at a party headquarters in Congo Town. There where they stopped with the casket. So they will not tell us that Moba Molu, who's the party chairman, don't know anything about it. The casket, they carry the casket at the party headquarters. And there was no action taken by executive of the party to say, oh, you don't bring a particular casket here to our party HQ. No, they allow the casket to enter the premises of the CDC without taking any action. Then later on, they will come up and say, oh, we condemn it. Then so President Weah will say, oh, at this time I say, I don't even know those that toting casket on the streets of Morovia. This is not just about toting casket. This is a top opposition figure. Somebody that is capable of unseating President George Weah. Don't you think that JMB have enough supporters that can retaliate to what they did? They can. But if they do, it becomes chaotic in the country. So that's just the political maturity others are playing. And CDC should not be the one doing this at about this time. Why are they keep being in partisan mood every day? That's my question to citizens. You can defend your party. You can defend the president. But being in a, defensive move, President George Weah working, what he have, what he did for the past 6 years should speak for him. He don't need to campaign so, that much. Once you have worked tirelessly for the Liberian people, you don't need to do too much campaign. But Danito, in Morovia, yeah, Nana, from Broad Street all the way to EFW Joshua, President Weah photo is more on the street than any other opposition figure. All the people, they not placard the picture there or vote George Manuel Weah, vote President George Manuel Weah. So it means that he didn't do well for the Liberian people. So he's campaigning more than the opposition. And like you said, JMB, Mr. Kumis and his team, they are a little bit silent. Probably they are preparing themselves to come up to engage the campaign vigorously. So we are waiting them. We still have time. 2 months campaign just started. So they probably still strategizing on what to do. They are still strategizing on what to do. So let's wait and see. The CPP may likely come out. The LPP they may come up with some new style and strategy to engage the Liberian people. But for now, what we saw yesterday, like JMB and his folks did, we must admit we are not being, we are not supporting or singing praises to them. This is the Costa Show. We call it spade of spade. What we saw yesterday, it was massive,
very massive and impressive.
And when they keep on doing some of these things, engaging the people, Liberian people will not forget them when they go to the ballot box. They will not.
Yep.
And we should keep them. That's what we say.
Yep. The people, what the people demonstrated yesterday, again, like I said, Boyka, it reminded me of a fresh young man who came from the soccer pitch with his dusty boots and was an athlete who wanted political power. So the masses rallied behind him. But to see the people showing their support behind Joe Boyka yesterday was very concerning and encouraging for the opposition victory in 2023. I think the Liberian people, if they are determined, and we begin to show this morning by warning the CDC to say, well, we have criticized the people here for so long about being timid and being meek, but Boyka, let us visit recent political history lane. When the people in Liberia, remember, sometimes there are things happening in the country, we would doubt whether the people will come out. But historically, the people can respond. The way the people can respond, you cannot underestimate how the people can respond. So if Mr. George Weah thinks that raking this election might be your easy tax, and that his ruffians will get in the street and topple other people when they want to steal election result, I am saying if the Liberian masses are collectively with the opposition, I think that decision will be crushed. If care is not taken, Mr. Weah might be the victim of the people's struggle because the people might engage with him. The people might go out and request him.
Yeah.
Look at what is happening. The wave of change all over in the sub-region. And those countries, they are francophone countries. Young people are taking over. It was just yesterday that I realized that the young man who took over in Burkina Faso is only 34 years old.
34.
So everywhere things are happening. The guys in Niger, they are still waiting for Ecowas to use military operation. The comrades there, they are saying they are waiting, they are prepared to confront them. So when people get tired, they can be willing to engage with you. Somebody correcting us here say he's 35. But young people all over Africa are leading the tide for change. And like we saw yesterday, those young people who came out to welcome Mr. Joseph Boyka into the country, that welcome was very massive. And they are showing their political preparedness to dethrone Mr. Weah democratically through the ballot box in 2023. And for anybody to say, oh, the Liberian people can lead their own to God, and that if you attempt to steal the people's election, they will lead their own to God, we don't know what the people are capable of doing. Again, possibly, the people may leave their own to God and go in the next morning, they will cook their dry rice and eat, because even the traditional politicians know that the Liberian man can only remember news in the media for 1 day and a half. The next day, he jumped to another thing. Maybe the next day, another Vivian will beat Naomi, and that will be the talk of the town after election. And Liberian people thought was swayed.
Yeah.
If the people are angry and they are vicious, where they have their numbers, they know that. Look, when the election results are overwhelming, it hard to cheat.
Yeah.
It hard to cheat. So I hope that Mr. Weir knows that these elections is not a joking sport. My man, that guy has desperately performed in his first year, my man.
Yeah.
What kind of incumbent will be going to election and you struggling to get re-elected? No, when the Unity Party took over the country in 2005, in their first year, Madam Salih, they did extremely well. You saw a viable country working. It was only during a second tenure when our son Robert Salih had come and they had collected some few cash, they had ran down Nuka, that re-election seems very far away from the Unity Party. In the third term, even in the Unity Party second term when they were running, they thought that they was going to win one-round victory. But they were so frustrated when they never won a one-round victory. That tells you that even with what you can do, you consider good. The masses have a different perspective. Then let alone a worst case scenario that you are a regime that desperately perform. My man, the CDC politically don't have a base in Monserrato. Monserrato is now with the CDC. So now the fight is in other counties. So we just hope that this rousing welcome is not just what the Unity Party people enjoy in Monserrato. We hope that they keep on the same roller coaster ride and the wave of change should wave all over the country, in Nimba, in Lofa, in Maryland County, in Margibi, all over. That wave of change should actually blow. It should just not be a Morovia thing that the people in the rural areas actually want Mr. Weir to go.
And we are recognizing the turnout yesterday by people that went to welcome Ambassador Boaka. We see our Unity Party people there. They can be dancing, they can be,
Oh yeah, don't mind them.
Okay, about other people. Or when President Weir and his folks pull out the crowd, when we start to say it here, we'll be see people again. They'll say, "Oh, you're becoming biased. You're singing praises for George Weir. You're doing the one here." Yeah.
If you like this morning, you can turn this. You can label this show as
Joseph
the edition of throwing flowers at Breaker's feet. Joseph Breaker's feet. But what we saw yesterday, the turnout was massive. So if the ruling establishment pull the same number, we'll come here and we'll make analysis. But what we saw yesterday, the turnout was very massive.
When CPP do the same, we'll come here and talk about it. We are not being coerced by anybody.
Our people enjoying the debate their money. You know, again, at your birthday now, we can make it tense, and Breaker.
Probably the same wave they need to come later on.
Yeah, you can make it tense. No, but seriously, so what we do on this platform is to be fair, balanced, and bring you the information as it is. One thing about this Costa Show, no political leader can call us and tell our talking points.
No.
To say that money, and look, that's why on the show we are masters of our own mind. We don't come here on the show with no political leader giving us a talking point to say today when you go on the show, you're talking about this. I beg you, I'm not talking about that. No, we don't do that yet. No. There's the Costa Show. So even with the lead host and the fallout with the people in the Unity Party, when the UP do well, we'll come on the show and we'll recognize that. Because at the end of the day, if the Liberian people sincerely want an opposition victory, and we are seeing it, they are demonstrating it through the crowd politics, we'll come here and say, well, it was a rousing welcome for JMB yesterday, and we'll present the news undiluted. Yeah. All
right. So I don't know whether you have other thing to add up, or we go to the phone lines, because I know a lot of the people don't want to.
Before we go to the phone lines, I want us to do something here. Let's just pick randomly. Let's just pick some counties for the Senate. The last time, you remember, we looked at the House of Representatives. If you remember, if you can recall.
Yeah.
Let us pick the Senate. Let us pick the Senate for those different counties and see who are stronger candidates or who could possibly pull the victory card. I don't know what you think we can spend running up to like 20 minutes or so. We can look at that. Yes, I think we need to inform our people People want to know who are those forces contesting the Senate in other counties.
That's good. We can do that this morning.
Let us look at Bowman County,
Mm-hmm.
Liberia, poorest county, with one of the richest houses owned by Elder Snow. What an irony of history, right? Bowman County is named as one of Liberia's poorest counties, but Elder Snow got one of the most luxurious homes there, right in the eyes of the people. So for Bowman County, you have Dole Soko Ama, independent candidate. You have Murphy Gibson, my own man from Movement of One Liberia. You have Dwana A. Kamara, independent candidate. You have Morris G. Satoma, independent candidate. You have Ellis Jenikan Tyler, independent candidate. So that is for Bowman County. So why the CDC now fair candidate in Bowman? Interestingly. But this guy, Dwana Kamara, is their guy. Why did they not allow Dwana to run on the party ticket? Boyka?
I don't know. Because I think he himself thought that he was going to go on a CDC ticket. So I don't know what's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Independent.
Dwana Kamara is the
Or probably they may want to stay away. They may not want for no political stigma to get on because they say, Lord Joe, we have been dead in the water already. I'm coming go we are ticket before, so they can happy the post say, oh, say you see will vote massively against you. So probably he played the card well. He said, oh, let me go independent. I can get vote from the Unity Party. I get vote from the CPP. I get vote from all. So probably that's why we're independent.
So Dwana Kamara, I know Dwana Kamara personally, but prior to me knowing Dwana Kamara before, he's been one of those public officials who has been in deeper corruption, web, and scandals. He's the former boss of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, always in money business eating. 1 minute we hear every time water and sewer people not getting paid, they're accusing Dwana Kamara for eating water and sewer money. So Dwana Kamara is running in Bowman County.
Yeah,
the major. What?
Yeah, before you see the way CDC is staying away. CDC is probably supporting him on cover. When he becomes victorious in the election, that's the time they will come and take him. They will come and
claim him.
They say, yeah, you are working with us. But now, because of the scandal at water and sewer and other things that have been happening, they want to sue the main winner. Like, then they will come and claim him and say, oh,
every party get their own corruption King Kong. The CDC corruption King Kong in Bowman is Dwana Kamara.
Yeah.
But interestingly, Boyka, why didn't the Unity Party? The Unity Party is always strong in the Western region, like Cape Mount, Bowman, Lofa, Bapolu. Those are considered Unity Party strongholds. When you follow the electoral scorecard, why didn't the Unity Party award the emblem to Alex Tyler? And Alex Tyler is supporting the rescue mission.
No, man. Next time I just in there with the CDC, my brother. How would they do that?
Our own man Kun were in bed with the CDC. He was supported by them too.
But
so
man,
what difference?
The backlashes are going to be too much.
Okay. So our man Alex Jenikan Tyler, alias Corruption King Kong, is running independent candidate.
No, you have to take your father-in-law there. You have to be very careful.
Like father-in-law?
Yeah, you have to be very careful.
That family, man, say family, you gotta be careful. You know, one of my big brother chairman, we said, and let me credit him, you can say, when all boons are mentioned, the old lady offense. But my man, Alex Tyler is also a family friend of mine. I know him long before when I was small boy. I'm my own old man, so don't mind me. You know, I cannot be fair.
I just kidding, man. The man said no politics here. I just kidding, bro.
Let me my family friend. Your wife wanting me, I'm gonna leave your father alone. Sorry, your pa like my own pa songa away. That move forward. So Bon County, my man, will let Bowman politics will leave it because the family been getting involved. We'll leave it Bowman. But interestingly, Bowman County, the CDC delivery candidate, the Unity Party equally delivery candidate, but both parties are supporting the side. Yeah. The UP is supporting Alex Tyler. Alex Tyler is campaigning for the rescue mission. Tuana Kamara is also supporting the CDC. He's the former water and sewer controversial boss. Let us look at Bon County, like one of Liberia's biggest political significant county. Babu Jala Amos is running with all Liberian Akko. He's running on Akko. Then we got Brema Pinke Soa. She's running on LRP, Liberia Restoration Party. And then we have Mogama Flomo, our own man, Dr. Mogama Flomo, former Minister of Agriculture, is running on National Development Party, NDP. That's my friend Emmanuel Flomo, our big brother. Oh, our man Rennie Jackson is running on the Rainbow Alliance. But Rennie Jackson used to be with the Unity Party, though.
Yeah, no, but you know when they put not carry him, so
fine. Yeah, Bob Rennie is now with the UP again. Kafa Edward is running on PUP, People's Unification Party.
I mean, say you want to Joey now. Everybody like your uncle, your nephew,
I know, man. Mama, la bro, a small blow. La le say Joey say, oh, related. I will bring one crown.
Even cut you.
Yeah. No. But Tyler, like my own man, though. Don't mind me. Seriously. If I let me Ellis Tyler know for me, he don't know me as Darlington Collins. He know my small bunny. But at least stories. So Johnny Kakbi is independent candidate. Mohamed Nazar, the former president of FLA, is also running. Mohamed Nazar, my friend, he's all Liberian party, the ALP. Mohamed Nazar is running. Sika Bragg of Flusher is running on the Liberia Transformation Party, and Dr. Henry Tokba is running on the Unity Party. And Greater Action Liberia is Alexander Zobe. So, well, that ends the reading of Bon County. So, what are your thoughts? You think who could put the victory card in Bon?
Bon County, Johnny Behe, when I mentioned?
Johnny, la Lemania,
yeah, Johnny Behe, me.
Bro, they call me, you get money like Johnny.
Yeah, you get money like Johnny. Johnny Behe will win Bon County.
How you know, my man? I want Johnny Behe can be giving you 1 or 2 years in there.
No. I haven't seen him personally yet. I haven't interacted.
Yeah, but I heard this Johnny guy is so generous.
Yeah.
Just because somebody is generous or shares a lot with people, that is not a trump card that it will be a good lawmaker. So Johnny is also running the Senate. But again, Bon County is a very traditional place. You cannot underestimate the legs of Dr. Henry Tokba, who is running on a Unity Party ticket. And Rennie. So why the CDC didn't feed Canada in Bon County?
I mean, they put doing all that thing on the cover. They both CDC one place smart. Joel own county, the CDC. I thought Joel is the political grandma of that place. It means she not having control over the country no longer Darlington, because if she was having control over the country, she was going to lift somebody here up in Bon County and make sure that person become senator in our county. But Joel not having control over Bon County anymore. I'm telling you that Johnny Pehe will win Bon County. We are here today. Right after the election, you say, oh, Baka, you said it.
You could be right, and I'm not contesting that. Like I heard, Johnny Pehe have gathered almost all of the Liberian musicians to support him. My own man, CIC, Crowdball, they all supporting that man, Johnny.
Yeah.
Like Crowdball man, and Johnny Pehe.
Yeah. And he's not doing.
So the citizen not featuring in bombing and in bomb. Okay, let's see Bapolu. Let's see what they're doing in Bapolu. So Bapolu County, Brenda John Brenda Senior, Liberia Restoration Party, Fatuma Brown, One Movement of Liberia Party. Mohamed Dukle is running on the LPP ticket. Mohamed A. Dukle. Alan Bowie is running on Movement of Progressive Change. Kennedy Paul is running on Liberia National Union. Kiau Afre is running on the Coalition of Democratic Change. Kiau Afre is running. Kone Amara Mohammed. Amara Kone is running independent candidate in Bapolu. Dana Neten, the incumbent. Wait. Dana Neten is running on the collaborating political parties. P. Cosmo is running on the NDC, National Democratic Coalition. P. Smo is running on the NDC ticket. So, well, that is for Bapolu. What do you think?
Amarakone will win Bapolu County.
Why Amarakone will win Bapolu?
I mean, when you can see election, there are certain counties that you can see. Before the election happen, you know the person that will win. You see that ball county there. So
right.
Let's go back to, because I don't know, PUP, once PUP have a candidate in a county, it means that CDC can fee candidate in a county because they are into a collaboration. So if PUP having candidate in Bon County or in Bombing County, that's why CDC probably is staying off. So we should know that because CDC they are into a collaboration.
Oh, I see why. Yeah. Okay, that's a reasonable point to make. Thanks for that correction. So you saying Amarakone?
Yeah, Amarakone in
Amarakone is our own man, my own big brother, and he's been doing extensive work in the county. You know, a worker, and I would not be surprised if he emerged victorious as senator of Bapolu County. But Amarakone is Madingo, and also Mohamed Dukle is Madingo. The two are tribal brothers. You know, to see both of them running in Bapolu County, what are the optics for the Islamic and the Mandingo community in Bapolu? What do you think could possibly happen?
Bapolu is densely populated by a Muslim. It's right. Densely populated, by Muslim, and I don't know the strength of
Amara is their darling boy. He's affectionately called there. The people of Bapolu, they actually love their son Amara. He's their one of their traditional son who is Kui. He's the civilized Mandingo man. So it's just like cool people when they send one of their sons to school, the most educated man you can, they just be looking at you, touching you. Like they just like him. But I just see, Mohamed Dukle too is running. So I just thought to pick your brain on that.
And Amara been doing well in the county. He have a lot of farm land. Get people employed in Bapolu County. He's not been one politician that been waiting for election to come before he start doing something there. Even though he's not been in the country, but he been having his boys on ground,
right?
Helping people in Bapolu, and right during the election time. So the man show face that he contesting in the county. People started welcoming him. Now, even Daniel Nete, we can't hear about Nete again no more because
Nete have gone to hiding in the incumbent. The moment Amara gets to Morovia, RIA, he pack his bag, he's up to Bapolu. You can't even hear the man talking in national politics. No. You call him Amara, the Bapolu farmer. The boy just in Bapolu now. My man Amara is just in Bapolu there, doing his thing strategically.
And Amara will be likely, if he win, he may likely become Senate Pro Tem. I'm saying this for a I'm saying that.
My begin, Legboman Gibson is saying that Daniel Nete is dead in Bapolu. Politically, he's dead.
Yeah. The man is dead, Darrington. The man is dead. Nothing.
Oh,
and as I'm saying.
No. Let me hold on. We are receiving news that Daniel Nete, unofficial news. He's dead. Is that true?
I saw that news, but it's not confirmed yet.
It's unconfirmed.
It's unconfirmed that Daniel Nete is dead. It's not confirmed, and people, we have to confirm.
If you're watching, you can send me the link. Oh Lord!
Another person, he just died.
Yeah. Well.
Wow.
Well. Well, we are hearing news, ladies and gentlemen. Want to break this unofficial news that Senator Daniel Nete of Bapolu County has passed. When my picking posted that he's dead, I thought politically, you know what I'm saying? Well,
wow.
Our heartfelt condolence to his family. We're gonna keep it like that and still make it unofficial. Maybe when we open the lines, our callers have more facts about it. They will call and provide us the information. But we can leave it as that. You know, we don't want to run and send condolences messages when it's not factual. You know, in political time, they can bring people dead more than 3-4 times. So we just hope that it's not one of those news. So
Okay, yeah, well,
huh?
so if the news is true, then there'll be a easy ride for Amara again. But like we said, Darlington is not confirmed yet for us until we see.
Bweka, I don't know, right? But politicians, if they are sick, maybe it's just something that just show up. If a politician is sick, why do politicians be so fearless in wanting to get on the ballot? Is it that when they get elected, God will prolong their life? Because if Senator Nathan was sick, then there was no need to contest for re-election.
Like the former
Deputy Speaker,
His Bashu.
Also,
he was contesting. He was sick, and he was still contesting in
politicians. If you are sick, leave the look. When you are elected, God will not extend your life if that thing that is engaging with you keep engaging with you. So you need to stop, because what does it leave the Elections Commission? Ballot papers are already probably, maybe they have not printed final ballot papers yet, but you know, when you're sick, focus on your health and lead a political thing.
No, but even Darlington, if they have already registered for that district, once they register, their name is already in the database.
Yeah,
so
if I'm going to an election, right, and I know that I'm not well, you know, maybe I need to focus on my health. Politics should not be a do or die mission. I need to focus on my health and my family. Because old person can get sick, young person can get sick. But why they like to go put themselves on ballot and then we hear that kind of news about them?
And that's a big blow to the CPP, because they were depending on him
on the day,
to give them Bapolu County. So it's a sad news to the folks in CPP.
Let's run few counties before in like 9 minutes before we open the lines, Boyka, if you don't mind. So Grand Bassa County. For Grand Bassa, we have Superintendent Janje Bakwe. I don't know what did Janje Bakwe resign as superintendent?
Yes, he did resign. He wanted to contest in district. Is it district number 2 or number 3 in Bombing County, where Mary Kawa is from?
Yes.
But the relationship between the traditional chief Zanzan Kawa and President George Weah. So President George Weah told Janje not to contest in that particular district, or he should go and contest as senator in Grand Bassa County. He will be supported by the CDC. So he's no longer contesting district number 2, Grand Bassa County. He's going for the senatorial position in Grand Bassa.
A position he probably will not get, because heavyweights are in Bassa.
Yeah, so they are doing it to muddy the water for Besonga Finlay.
Right.
So there are more people in the race to get it.
So they are using Janje as a dynamite.
Yep.
Okay, let's fast forward. So Janje Gbagba is running on the CDC ticket. We have Milton Besonga Finlay, who is independent candidate. Harrison Magdalene is running independent candidate. Senator Kapie is running independent candidate. Jeremy Ross is running All Iberian Party. Jeremy Ross and I think that's it. So the United Party is now feeding candidate in Bassa. Why didn't Jonathan Kapie run on the UP ticket though? I know he's supported by. He's a Liberty Party guy, you know, but since causing Belete now to all the People Party, you're not ready to the man.
Yeah, but Jonathan Kapie, you see them with
UP?
What's that? UP or in supporting CDC? Which one?
No, Jonathan Kapie is the Liberty Party guy.
Yeah. So United Party not having nobody in Bassa?
They don't. Work out from what I'm seeing here. Maybe my glasses is.
Please recall their names so we can know if there is any collaborating political party with the United Party. Then we'll know.
All right. So Grand Bassa County, Janje Gbagwe, Coalition for Democratic Change.
Mm-hmm.
Weston Garfield, independent candidate. Magdalene Harris, independent candidate. Jonathan Capier, independent candidate. And last on the list is Jeremy G. Ross, ALP, All Liberian Party.
Oh wow! So more independent candidates. So
Yes. But he's supported by the Yombly faction. Jonathan Capier is supported by Yombly and the Unity Party faction.
okay, so
Yes.
that's good. So we move on to one more county.
We'll go to Cape Mount.
I think Besonga is standing. Besonga may likely be elected in
but
that.
Jonathan Capier to mind you, he beat Weston Garfield before. I don't know whether he can beat him now.
Yeah, all depends on
Because even the thing is, even the political man of the country, Besonga almost beat in 2020.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost beat Yombly.
Mm-hmm.
And Yombly at the time was supported by the collaborating political parties at the time.
Sure.
And she struggled to even pull a victory card in Basel.
And now Besonga Finlay is popularly known in Grand Bassa County, heavily supported by Charlene Bronski and the CPP and the Mutabete Fatos. So, like I said, he's standing a better chance in Grand Bassa County, Besonga Finlay.
So let's go to Grand Cape Mount County. Grand Cape Mount County. Capital Robert Sport. Fambula Goya is running independent candidate. Fambula Dagogi. What? He's running he's running PUP, People Unification Party. Hassan Kiazulu is running on the United Independent Democrats. Londi Madabi is running LPP, Liberia People Party. Morris Salinien is running ACO. Vani Gishamo Botonambi is running independent candidate.
Oh wow.
Yes, Vani Shamo is running independent candidate. Mabu Soni, former lawmaker Mabu Soni, is running Coalition for Democratic Change. Daba Fapla is running Unity Party. Victor Wasson is running independent candidate. Wayne Sando is running EFF of Liberia. And Edwin Zodwa is running Movement of Progressive Change. My own old man, Edwin Zodwa. But our man, where any? Victor Wasson, the shorter Cape Mount 7 lawmaker, is running.
Oh, which side?
He not for only 1 year.
He running independent?
He running independent. Mama, don't get me honorable for just 1 year back.
1 year.
1 year.
My man, I don't know really. The race down there is Daba Vapla.
Yes.
Vanishemon. I don't know. So they took Vanishemon from the Union Party ticket now and replace him with Daba. Yeah. So and Union Party is highly supported in Grand Cape Mount County. You see Cape Mount, you see Gbapolu, you see Lofa, partly Bobby.
Yeah.
Union Party is well established in those counties. Yeah. So we hope Daba play her card well. Or else Vani is a stay. He's old, very, very old. He should be retired by now. I don't know why he still want to contest in.
But you know, Botonambi, with all respect to the old man, but Vani Shaman, from physically, right? Because somebody can be sick internally, we can see it. But physically, what we can see with Vani Shaman, he fell out twice in the Senate. 2 times Vani Shaman have fell sick. I think the last time he came down with a mild stroke. He has this thing on his hand. He wears a sleeve in the Senate.
Yeah.
So, man, Botonambi, I think it's about time now you go to the Louis Arthur Green School of Law and go teach.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least you share that knowledge. But physically, you don't look okay. I'm not a doctor to say you want to go back in the Senate. Yeah, I don't think so. Now, the same thing we're talking here. Political people will know they will have existing medical condition if they will want to get on the ballot to cause the country issue a re-election again and money. Already, abroad, a struggling poor country. But Nambi, the way we're looking at things, I think the old man need to just retire and go to the law school and go help with teaching. But again, for some of them, the Senate is a retirement package. Senator Johnson and Senator Sherman should be about the same age. But Senator Johnson look pretty healthy. Like I don't know whether that army man can be giving push-up. But yeah, but Prince Johnson look, fairly healthy. He walks around, and he looks okay. I mean, from what we can see on the outside. We don't know what's happening to him internally, and we don't care to know. But what we see, Barney Sherman have fallen off twice before in there. We don't know why is he running again. We just don't know. So I don't know whether you want us to leave it as that, or you want us to look at Grand Gillette before we open the lines.
No, we'll do Grand Gillette next time because we have to take course.
Right.
We can just, do everything today. People are getting now. They say loafer. We'll do.
We'll get there. We'll stop it at this. We'll stop it at
this. The callers have to be a part of the conversation this morning. 0770-102-102, 86010383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171. Call in and be a part of the conversation this morning. You are listening to the Costa Show. Darrington Collins and I, Boakai Amara Kamara. So we are here bringing you today's edition of the show. So call in now and be a part of the conversation. Let's take our first caller here this morning. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, brother. I'm Alex calling from Carrier.
Welcome, Alex.
Yeah, you give a narrative when it comes to Western region and half from Western region, precisely in Bombing County. But let me look at Bombing County Senatorial race. Let me tell you for the Twana Kamara and Dalo. City supporting two Canadian Bombing County, Maurice Settlement and Dalo Twana Kamara, but in that come up really because Maurice Settlement supporting President we are really election and Dalo Twana Kamara. So to go behind the scene to support these two candidates, I can tell you for free, Adamasoko Dollar with these two candidates. Because Adamasoko Dollar is highly supported by the three representatives in the country. The manager who support the United Party for the United Party, the other father, and down on early medicine school and Tiago, so that's clear. You couldn't make an analysis into my follow which is Pong County. I can tell you for free, 20 again with Pong County. Pong County is a Tachino County.
Okay.
Let me tell you, the level of Edward W. Kaffia will win Pong County. Clear on the ballot.
Okay.
Because Edward W. Kaffia is supported by 4 representatives, and almost half of the aspirants are running in Pong County.
Okay, that's your own view. Somebody may come and say the people that you are saying that they will not win, may win. So that's the beauty of politics. We'll take some more calls. Keep it coming in on the WhatsApp number. That's +231 888-624171. We talked about the arrival yesterday of the former vice president in person of Joseph Newman Boakai. He arrived yesterday at the Rabat International Airport, and supporters of his went there and overwhelmingly welcomed him at the Rabat International Airport, welcome him back to the country. So we previously looked at that, and the phone lines are now open. Make your contribution. Those that want to. The WhatsApp number is +231 888-624171 0770-102-102 055-102-102. Call me now and be live with us here on the Costa Show. So we are still anticipating the calls, Darrington. But like we say, let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Boakai. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning to Darrington. Yeah, my man, my point here on the show today.
Your name, where you calling from?
I just wanted to chip in on this Costa issue.
Hello, your name, where you calling from? Please talk about the issues that we are talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay, Boakai, for can I keep my country? I see that old man will win that place, the senatorial election, because she been working there. She been doing something in the country, and she on the United Party ticket, and United Party will win keep my landslide. So that's my issue. Yeah.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Daba Vapla will win Cape Man according to him. So call in and be a part of it. So Vanishemo, Somebody say they may have to be working. That the only way because the US already sanctioned the man. So when the man
you about the college the men small money higher in American bank. Mommy, America let yo, mommy. The collector go to be small yeah, they shot the man off.
My man, the Shema Lord frame, they died down. You can't hear about Shema again.
My man, who the US when America sanction, you think American frame will even hire you to do a corporate law for them? And you know that's what Shema and Shema's strength is. You know, they deal with top international corporations, you know.
Yeah.
Those joint ventures that come with big money and want to do business into the country.
Yeah.
And he leveraged a road. I'm a senator and my law firm will take care of you. Don't worry. What kind of conflict? What their conflict of interest we can be seen?
All right, so we still taking your calls. The WhatsApp number is on +231 888 624171 0770 102 102 886 010 555 102.
I want to see life. I want to see life of Vanny Sherman after the Senate. Oh my God, you go on a farming keep man. You will just be like ordinary people on the farm now. You go to the piso, the men fishing, the brain feed. Oh, Papa, the fair yo.
But man, that mean I eat too much money, brother.
Yeah, he got mad. He still got mad. Vanny Sherman is good. You know, financially he's good, but I think the smaller money he getting to stay and just drink coffee with in the meantime. Because the way America sounds you now, you get kind of to do medical. Maybe you be going to India, you go to Paris and go do your medical there, but when America draw along with you, they joy.
And let's take somebody from this line here quickly this morning. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning, guys. Thanks for holding up the show. Walker, happy birthday. Wish you many, many more years to come, Darlington.
Thank you.
Also, belated birthday. I have one thing that you guys did not mention during the course of the show. Yesterday, Spoon Network was carrying a live when security officials from Sierra Leone were seeking the extradition of former superintendent of the Sierra Leonean police force. And in the process of that, the Liberian journalist, one Liberian journalist was trying to get their photos and question them about this extradition process, because they said this guy was linked to a coup attempt in Sierra Leone. And this Sierra Leonean police officer assaulted this Liberian journalist in the presence of state security. How can this happen in Sierra Leone for a Liberian to slap a journalist in his own country? So,
wow,
Liberia is really retrogressing. There is a need for this government and its backers to leave state power, because they cannot even protect people in the own country. So, I just thought to flag that, and you guys are doing a good job. We remain loyal to listen to the Costa Show against all odds, but you guys are doing a good job, and you'll have a nice day.
Thank you so much. I begin following his reportage. I don't know if it is Daimo.
Yes.
Yeah. I began following his reportage, but later left, so I don't know how it ended. And when we make the show bucket with a lot of topics,
yes,
when people come to when you're ready to call in, you want to talk on everything, so there will be no time.
We don't have all of the facts too surrounding that, and we don't want to, again, if that happened according to the caller, then that was wrong. Sierra Leone security authorities, Liberia is not their jurisdictional control. So when they come here in our country, they are private. They are treated like any other foreign nationals, and they shouldn't even be behaving hostile in our country, Because if we go to Sierra Leone, I'm sure we will not behave hostile. We'll conduct ourselves. So if that happened, I think the LMP should have been more proactive to arrest whoever that individual was. But again, we don't have the facts, so we don't want to attempt to discuss it. We'll investigate it, and we'll talk about it here on the show if we have the facts. Yeah, somebody said it did happen. Well, we'll investigate that.
I will call Diamond after the show, and then we will talk about it. So I will call him, and he will give me more information on that. Darlington, just go. Let me take this call quickly.
Yeah, so we'll find that out. So I see here the LMP is hosting a joint meeting with presidential candidates. Well, we hope that the joint security of the country, they are serious about what they are doing. They want to hold meeting about a violent-free election. I see the chief of staff is also present, and that is breaking news. They are actually engaging with them. I'm sure it is to reaffirm the government's commitment to a violent-free campaign. The security advisor of Jefferson Camo is also present, the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Staff of the Military, and the Minister of Justice. I see all of them, they're here, and basically engaging with them. Is Mr. Josh Weah there? I have not seen President Weah. Because I think it's important that presidential candidates, including the president too, need to sit with presidential candidates and sit down with them while they talk to all of them. I think it's important. You know, the joint security is actually hosting, you know, that meeting. They're actually engaging with them to call for a violent-free campaign.
All right. We're still taking your calls here. Keep them coming in. Plus 231 888 624171 0770 102 102 886 010383. Let's see if we can take this.
Superintendent of the Sierra Leone National Police, Mohamed Toure, has been kept in Liberian custody since Friday. On today is Monday, from what we've gathered.
What are recording with?
Yeah.
I mean, your opposition people, then there's something wrong with them. I see Jeremiah Kun. I see my own old man that I support for President T1 Gonglo. Why the hell y'all attend a meeting at the foreign ministry? The people said they want to talk to presidential candidate. Then Joe, we are sitting there. He campaigning in district number 8 and 9. You see that? You want to meet presidential candidate. The joint chief of staff, the joint security of the country want to meet and debrief about electoral stuff. What the hell isn't the president of the country there to engage with counterparts? Y'all got time on your hands, eh? Y'all allow these funny boys in national security to call you to a meeting, and y'all be sitting down there listening to them. With their gibberish, they're talking. If the people if they are serious, President Weah should be seated in the hall, leading the charge for a talks with opposition political leaders about a violent-free election. You can be campaigning in district number 8. You say he's actually walking in Akara's district today. And then you call opposition people, Charlene Bronson, all of them. They're there, they got time on their hands, they're sitting down, listening to Musa Dine lecturing them about peace and security of the country. The government has a significant role to play in the peace and development of the country. If the government, they are serious. But the guys are not serious about peace talk. They don't want a violent, free election. They enjoy everything that's happening. I don't think they are serious. So I don't think opposition lawmakers should be sitting down and listening to these people, the Joint Security Council, when the president himself is not there. What if I'm running for president, I go to such a meeting, you call meeting, you move all, and your own, the president is not there, I'm getting all of that. So I'm very much disappointed in Councilor Gonglo, and I know they can say, oh, we want to do things differently. No. But if Mr. George Weah is calling, this government want to meet with opposition leaders, they all need to sit down in the same hall and listen to the same message and engage with them and then meet with political party people.
So my question, Darlington,
then you say you come and talk to us. What nonsense is that?
Yeah, so is Mr. Kumis there? Is JMB there? Those are the questions.
I don't think JMB is there. JMB just got into the country. So Jeremiah Kun is representing the Unity Party. And then Charlene Bronski is also there. I think I see Mr. Alexander Cummings also there. Councilor Gonglo, who I support, is there. But I am saying It is hard times that the opposition political leaders need to have some balls. If you go to the kinds of meetings where the government people say they want to talk about free, fair, and credible election, their government must lead by example. They must be the one there first and present. The president is the leader of the country. He must be seated. You call a meeting, you want me opposition people. The president is not there. They in district number 8 and district number 9 campaigning. They are sitting down and listening to spineless Musa Dean lecturing you about and you got the chief of staff of the military, that other man there who can just make blanket accusation.
May say somebody want to watch you. Somebody people are taking him to.
It is a strategy by the Joint Security Council of our country to impose Mr. We are on us. And that's why I don't trust the Liberian military. The opposition must stop conducting business this way. They must send signals that they are serious. And that's why I think the opposition are ready, Bwaka. You call a meeting. You say you want to meet with, you want to meet with opposition figures. You want to meet with political parties ahead of the campaign that is open. And the president is not there to listen to the advice from his own people. The president, too, is a presidential candidate. He must be there. So they will brief the president separate, and they will brief them. But I don't know, man. Tier 1 they rather get down on their hands. Tier 1 better lead our play and go start campaigning. They go there, they go listen to, and they play boys and lecturing there about peace and stability of the country.
All right. So the phone lines are open. We'll take some more calls. You're making my man that into very morning.
Yeah, man. Opposition put on serious for one bet. One bet, they're not serious.
We're taking your calls now this morning, guys. +231 886.
The government people, they are the one who always provoke violence in that country. The Joint Security Council, they need to go to the CDC headquarters and advise the youth league headed by Jefferson Koji to tell their people to stop toting casket in the country, to stop being ruthless.
All right, let's take Mazi. Mazi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Happy birthday to you, first of all.
Thank you.
You will live long and see your own born children.
Thank you, Amy.
Let me start by saying, that what my friend and brother Darwin is saying, it makes a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. I firmly believe that the opposition, they're not ready. And that's the reason why, for me, I'm not hurting my head. I'm not hurting my head this election. On the 11th election, they go through the same thing. I didn't want to go through it. Now I'm not going through it. Now my parents going through it. I didn't want to go through it. So when they elect it, they go and let the street go here. I didn't want to see the welfare going on high. I didn't want to see the transportation prices going on. And I'm not seeing it, so I didn't want to be complete. I am very, very disappointed this morning to hear that Councillor Gongo is sitting there listening to this play border. Councillor Gongo is very to think and be able to go give that his time out to the Christians. So,
okay, thank you so much. Now we'll take another person on this line here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
So much. I will take another person on this line here quickly.
Hello, Roger, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Your name is joining us from?
My name is Saul Kamara, calling from Minnesota. But I call you to say happy birthday. May Allah give you long life. May Allah make you strong and what you're doing, be focused on what you're doing. But but for that yesterday I called to see the guy happy birthday, like at the end of the day you're like angry, man. You ain't telling brother thank you nothing. Like that,
Sorry.
Yeah, I understand. I have to look in the political right now, so we just have to.
I mean, so the same blessing you said,
happy birthday, at least tell you something better,
The same blessing you really Allah gave it to him. So also read that same blessing on me too, my man.
Yes, it's going to read a blessing on you. So you have to bless it, man. See what he blessed me, Jenna. He blessed him.
Okay, may Allah keep him strong. May Allah keep him going. May Allah make him live long.
I mean.
Okay, go ahead, my brother. All right. Probably that's why he wanted to say. Let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
I'm Prince Too.
Prince Too. Is it a Prince Too from District 8?
No. I'm calling from Maryland County.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
Man, I have listened to all of your articles, presidential candidate, senatorial candidate, but I've not heard our leader name.
Who your leader?
Costa.
But Costa is not contesting.
Why?
That question is to be placed to him. We're not contesting.
Okay, because you guys propagating for him now, so I have to ask you.
All right. Thank you so much. Calling from there. We're still taking your calls. +231 888.
Like I just got data out to get on now. Because I don't run a year.
Yeah. But you see the place they're calling from Maryland County.
Maryland. I was saying just got data.
So we're still taking your calls 0770-102-102. We can take 2 to 3 more calls, then we call it a day here on today's edition of the show.
Yeah, and the people must be serious for once. Mama, if a government of Liberia is ready to want to have a stakeholder meeting with opposition political people, they need to, if our responsibility, will the president of the country be there? With everything that you see, that the government has been provoking violence, and the president will not be there, and just like they call their children to talk to their children while the president is campaigning. It's campaign time. All of your opposition people need to leave that meeting and go start campaigning for yourselves. What the hell y'all be listening to that boys club of a joint security council we heard about the Minister of Justice who want to lecture you about peacekeeping? Has it been the opposition who have been provoking violence? No. It's the regime. Every time there is chaos in the country, it's the regime who always engages in these kinds of, violent ventures. When people want to protest, they say they'll do counter protests. It is the government. It is the government, people from the CDC who always doing provocation. So let them carry their stupid workshop to the CDC headquarters. That's why I'm very disappointed in opposition political leaders who will take up time on their hands on a Tuesday to go and sit down to the playboys to lecture them. I'm very disappointed.
A man like how they call him, the Justice Minister Fred Musa Din, like Koji can just say anything if he's saying to.
But Koji can to blast that man like a baby. He can be right like Koji can blast him like a baby. Nothing he can do. That kind of mayor go say that. I don't understand. Charlene there, leave people back. Councilor Gombro, you there, you see what is happening. You know what the issues are. And I want to criticize my own men that are support for president. You need to stop attending these kind of useless meetings. I know Councilor Gombro have always been engaged in peace talk, wanting to show that he's different. But these people are not serious. Burger?
All right, let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, brother. I'm Mike calling from Minnesota.
Welcome, Mike.
I got one question, man. I really want to find it clear. As for what reason Costa isn't contesting?
That should be placed to him. I don't know.
We didn't discuss it here on the show this morning. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. Stick to the topic on discussion.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. We take our last caller +231 888 624171 is the number 0770-102-102. And you listen to all of the discussion here. We kickstart up the show this morning with the arrival of former Vice President Joseph Newman Boakai. From our analysis, we said the turnout was massive, and we hope the Unity Party and their people can continue on this particular process of engaging the Liberian people with more activities. Because if they become complacent and then relax and feel say, because Josh, we haven't done well for the Liberian people, they will just sit back and relax and the Liberian people elect them, they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't feel complacent. Let them engage the Liberian people and make sure that they canvass from door to door, making sure that their candidate become president. That's how it goes to the CPP also. The CPP guys need to come out. Darlington, you said the people then, the CPP people then they send text message to the people and say, "Oh, campaign start today."
That's why we yell. I cannot get somebody message. I cannot confirm because actually, what happened? I was listening to one of my friends. They said, "Oh, Paul, people were LPP came out to campaign. CDC was campaigning. United Party was campaigning. They said, what happened with the CPP? Then the CPP guy left and he said, "But we sent text messages." I said, maybe that they can do it in bulkhead." So the CPP sent text messages. Yeah, maybe they will actually be campaigning, but they sent text messages. That's why I yell, and enough for a fight. So don't quote me. But Boyka, it was a great conversation. Today is a birthday. I think we can stop it at that and close up the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, folks, it's been a wonderful show. Darlington, you want to wrap it up from your end? So,
well, I've pretty much said it all. I think the turn up yesterday was very massive, and the opposition must keep up on the speed if they want to deliver a victory. I think we must commend the opposition, especially the Unity Party, for the show of rousing welcome for Joe Boyka yesterday. But they need to go a step further to protect their votes if they are serious for taking power. If not, the CDC might have a plan. So we want to say to our people, opposition leaders, to stop listening to the government of Liberia. When they call these meetings and they are not serious, let the government who's calling these meetings lead by example. If they are calling to hold peace talks, let the president of the country lead the charge by sitting there and listening to the Council of Security people. But the president cannot be campaigning in District 8 and District number 9, and then you say you want to hold conversation with opposition people. I don't think they are serious for anything. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you, Boyka. It was a good edition of the show here on my end, and I will see you when I see you on our next presentation.
Okay, thank you so much, Darlington, and happy birthday to all those celebrating on today. I'm celebrating too also. Yeah, so today now I need to go relax now and start.
I know, right?
Responding to messages. And last night, my friends and brothers they kickstarted a celebration. But officially, the celebration will be done on the 24th because that's when the madam will be here and her birthday is on the 24th. So it's going to be a joint celebration on the 24th. So, happy birthday to, what you say AR for?
No, I said nothing. Go ahead, bro.
Our supporters, also Sia, that's a Sia Kendemine. Musa is celebrating you there in the US, and George Nanke, a lot of people in the name. So I just thought it wise to wish and Marco Bobby Boo.
Our man Marco Bobby Boo, happy birthday. Marco Bobby Boo, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, woman. We wish you long life. We pray that God give you more time to play with your grandchildren and interact with your children. So our man Shaq Shako will also be celebrating on Thursday, August 10th.
Yeah, Shako.
Yeah, Shaq, my man Shako, my man, happy pre-birthday. Shaq Shako celebrates on August 10th. Yeah, a lot of high people in born in August.
I'm telling you, the month of August. And I say, okay, Darlington, see you.
All right, boy, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.